This is Graven by Michael Clifton. Apartment building entrance day. Sunlight streams into an outdated apartment building. Garbage bins and mailboxes line the dull, scuffed walls of the entry. A man wearing khakis and a cardigan slips into the building with his head down. He lugs a lumpy plastic bag and scuttles along the shadows towards his mailbox, opens the box marked Graven and peers inside. This is Mr. Graven, 40, and like his mailbox, his life is empty.
Stop it right there.
Startled, Graven looks up, his face ashen and splotchy. Daylight doesn't suit him, but he lights up. Maisie, 50, his blonde neighbor.
Don't think I don't notice you. I watch you every week, Mr. Graven. You go to the market and come back with the same thing. What is it? What's in the bag?
He hesitates, then digs out a round red apple, presents it like a precious gemstone and awaits a reaction. The laughter of approaching kids disarms him. He whips around and shields his face, dropping several apples from his bag. Maisie chases them.
I hope one day you'll give us a taste of whatever you're making. It's a good way to make friends. Can I keep this one?
She holds up a tiny greenish apple. Graven sputters.
No, because you can't have it. I'm sorry. It's not ripe.
It has a blemish. It's gonna rot soon enough.
She bites into the apple.
Okay, you are the apple man.
You're Margaret?
Maisie, don't you dare age me.
Never.
You're sweet.
She dashes away, leaving Graven alone. Graven's apartment, night. Mismatched furniture decorates a dimly lit apartment. Graven eases into a chair at his craft table, reaches into a large bowl of apples and begins his ritual. He examines the apples one by one, gently squeezing them so as not to bruise the delicate skin.
Not ripe. Not ripe.
He tries another, places it against his teeth, but doesn't bite it. Instead, he inhales the fresh scent. This is the one. In quick cuts, he continues his routine, stretches out cotton stuffing, flattens a sheet of khaki fabric, uncorks a rustic brown bottle of turpentine, positions a carving knife just so, glides his finger along the knife's sharp edge. He cradles the apple in his palm, presses the tip of the blade into the apple's flesh, slowly carves out an eye. Satisfied, he applies turpentine to a worn apple print baby cloth. He polishes the apple's skin until its redness fades, props up his tablet, cues on a video. Eerie childlike music begins to play. His face flushes as he recites lines in a domineering voice.
I can't be held to my actions. You know what your scent does to me.
On the tablet screen, 2 homemade dolls appear on makeshift stage. The male doll has an apple for a head. The female has a blonde doll's head. The male doll shuffles around in a clunky yet endearing fashion. Dressed in khaki pants and a cardigan, there's no mistaking this doll represents Mr. Graven. He's some kind of doll maker. Graven doll caresses the female doll. Unlike him, she's all plastic, an upper doll torso impaled atop a man's thumb. Graven doll becomes more hungry in his touch.
Your skin is so fresh.
Graven doll spins around, revealing its pitiful face. Bluntly carved with ashy skin, it has the head of a gnarled apple.
How shall I spoil you today, Margaret? Margaret! How stupid.
Graven sets his carving knife on the table and rises up, scans a shelf of apple dolls, their skin puckered, discolored according to their age. They always end up rotten, shriveled, and sallow. Although each doll presents a different face, they all wear the same khaki and cardigan outfits. He grabs the blonde Maisie doll, her plastic human parts unsullied by time. He shoves his thumb up inside her torso. Doll stage, night. The record button flashes red on the tablet. It faces the makeshift doll stage, the red curtains billow. On the doll stage, Graven doll thrusts through the curtains. It glares left and right with excited energy.
Maisie!
Maisie doll emerges slowly atop Graven's thumb. Graven doll reaches for her. No longer demure, Maisie doll snaps back. She speaks in Maisie's friendly voice.
Stop it right there. Don't you want to make friends?
Graven doll weighs her pristine features and nods. Yes. Graven beams a sweet, hopeful smile.
Put on a friendly face.
The dolls stare back with grim expressions. Apartment building entrance day, the early morning sun inches towards the mailboxes. Graven quickly places apples atop the mailbox unit. He nestles 3 apple dolls among the apples. They bear new, freshly carved smiles. He skewers one doll with a sign that reads, "Hello, friends." He scurries behind the garbage bins and hides, positions his tablet to record everything, watches the dolls on screen and practices their voices.
Hi. Hola, amigo. Let's be friends.
The laughter of approaching kids quiets him. Graven turns away from the tablet screen, too excited to watch.
Hello, friends.
Gross.
Graven listens in horror as the kids ridicule his gifts.
They're old.
And they're smelly like him.
Goodbye, smelly friends.
They laugh and trash the dolls in the garbage. Still hidden, Graven cowers as the kids pelt apples at the wall. Apple guts spray across his face, adding to his humiliation. Graven escapes, forgetting his tablet. Graven's apartment day. Graven paces. He puts Graven doll and Maisie doll off the shelf. Graven doll approaches Maisie doll on the stage.
You made a fool of me. This is who I am. What I make. Nobody wants a friend that looks like me.
Not true. They don't understand. I know what it's like to be lonely.
Wait. Really?
Graven pops up from behind the doll stage.
We should record this.
Graven rummages for his tablet. He scours the craft table and digs through the doll clothes, returns the Graven and Maisie dolls to the shelf. Then it hits him. 3 dolls are missing along with his tablet. He rushes to the door and swings it open, jerks back. Maisie stands inches away. She holds his tablet.
Maisie. Oh, thank you.
He reaches for the tablet. She grips it tight.
It contains a lot of sensitive...
I saw your videos.
No, but it's just pretend. I took your advice. I'm trying to make friends.
I know you're lonely. And I'm sorry. You're not well. Take it, please. I've given you a clean slate, but I don't think I can be your friend.
Graven takes the tablet. His eyes search Maisie for clues. The door slowly closes on him. He taps the tablet, swipes left, right. No videos, nothing. She wiped it clean.
Clean slate.
He pillows his head softly against the door. He hears the laughter of approaching kids.
The apple man.
The
The
apple man. His friends smell rotten
like
a garbage can.
Graven bites back tears, buries his face in his tablet, sinks to the floor.
Stupid apples. Stupid.
His delicate skin bruises instantly against the tablet. A wound ruptures on his forehead. He touches the injury. Blood wets his fingers. He whimpers. Suddenly, laughter rings out from inside the apartment. It builds in volume and cruelty. Dread washes over his face. He shakes off his fear and rushes to the shelf, scowls at the dolls and scans their puckered faces. Wrinkled, ashen, they stare back at him.
You disgust me with your skin, your stench.
One doll seems to cock its head, then another. Their deformed, withered heads appear to change position from frame to frame. He squeezes his eyes shut and opens them again to discover it's real. The apple dolls now face one direction, towards Maisie doll. Graven holds the fresh Graven doll in his hands.
I didn't mean what I said. It's all because of her.
The eerie, childlike music from earlier echoes in his head. Space contracts around him. It's just him and the doll.
You need to grow up. Stop playing with dolls. If you don't toughen up, you'll always be Graven, little Graven, gutless.
He squeezes the doll, almost crushing it. He teeters, eases his grip. Perhaps he needs this fresh Graven doll. He lays it down and turns to the other dolls. The eerie music builds like metal teeth banging against the cylinder of the demented music box. One by one, he smashes the other apple dolls, crushes their heads, rips off their clothes, thrashes the dolls into a heap on his craft table. Graven studies the way the apple flesh and the cloth clings to his hand. It's as if he's been endowed with glistening new skin. The childlike music softens to a lullaby's whisper. Beyond his reach, Maisie doll sits on the shelf, mocking him. He addresses her in his domineering doll voice.
Maybe I don't want you as a friend.
Graven sloughs the apple flesh off his hands. Maisie's apartment, night. Maisie lounges in an armchair. She's on a dating app, swipes her screen, swipes it again, finds someone interesting, leans in close. A red apple rolls across her floor. It stops at her feet. She looks around wide-eyed. Her door is open. Something slumps on the floor in the doorway. She grabs the apple and cautiously walks towards the door. The Graven doll. It hoists a note like a white surrender flag. She sours at its gnarled base and plucks the letter. Maisie pops her head in the hallway. No one's there. The letter is blank. She puzzles it and looks up, jumps back. Mr. Graven stands at her door. She extends the note.
Is this supposed to be an apology? It's empty.
It's pristine. Like you. I know something about clean slates. Gravenstein is my family name. We had orchards, but I wasn't welcome near the family business. Mother said I bruised too easily. It was almost kind. And she explained that bad skin is bad for business. It's a shame what happened to my family. But apples are my legacy. You can't force a clean slate on someone, Maisie.
He caresses her face.
You need the right tools.
Graven plunges his carving knife deep inside her gut. Maisie screams. He smothers her with the apple print baby cloth until she passes out. The red apple rolls down the hall. Moments later, Maisie's door is shut. It's oddly quiet inside the apartment until we hear the familiar laughter of approaching kids.
Another
one.
Goodbye,
Bye,
friend.
friend.
Graven perks up. He listens to the kids clamour and stomp on Graven doll behind the door, out of sight in the hall.
Apple
Man, the
Man.
Apple Man.
He makes new friends however he can. He takes delight when your skin is ripe.
He peels a thin sheet of glistening skin off his knife and admires it. Hallway, dawn. Dawn's maiden light dapples the wall in a spectral glow. At the edge of the hall lies the unharmed red apple. The pulverized Graven doll splays on the floor. Maisie's door creaks open. Graven emerges with a carefree spring to his step. Although his face is out of view, we get the sense that this is a new man. His hand flits through the sunlight as he hums away. A creaking sound draws us back to the opposite end of the hall. A child's hand snatches the red apple.
It's the Apple Man.
Graven spins around, showing us his terrifying new face.
Hello, friends.
Screams rattle the hall. Graven lights up behind layers of Maisie's skin. A residue of fresh blood casts his face in a sinister apple red blush. Hideously deformed, his face resembles a gnarled apple doll. The end.